What if I told you the best real estate deals in 2026 are not on Zillow, not been pitched by wholesalers, and definitely not the one everyone on YouTube is talking about? Then where do you look for the best deals? Right now, there's a massive shift happening in real estate. And while most investors are sitting on the sideline waiting for a crash to happen, smart investors are quietly building wealth using strategies that almost no one is talking about. In this video, I'm going to break down the hidden opportunities and some new strategies that are working right now, even in a high interest rate environment. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, if you're new to my channel or don't know me, my name is Vikram Chopra. I'm an investment banker and a broker in the Greater Charlotte metropolitan area. I invest in Charlotte and I help others as well. The market has changed, and that's your advantage. Before we dive into the strategies, you need to understand this. The game has changed. We are no longer in the 2020, 2021, 2022 easy money era. Back then, the interest rates were super low and the prices were skyrocketing. Anyone could make money buying almost anything. The banks were drooling out money for everyone or anyone who had a pulse. Many of my friends who didn't listen to me bought investment homes that were at the peak. I recommended them that the prices are too high, but they didn't care. The banks were there to fund it all up. Why? Why should they care? And what pissed me off were the appraisers. If the property was under contract for $150,000, the appraiser's report would also show the value of the property as $150,000, which it was not. I mean, how does that even happen? How is every property appraised at the same price point as that of the contract price? How? I'm really amazed how things happened in that era. The era of free money. Nothing lasts forever, and not even that era. That era is long gone. Today, interest rates are high, the sellers are stuck, and the buyers are hesitant. Inventory is slowly rising, and that is exactly where the opportunity lives. Because when the masses get confused, the margins get bigger. Opportunity number one, the logged-in sellers. This is one of the biggest hidden opportunity in today's market. Millions of homeowners are logged into ultra-low mortgage rates, 1.5%, 2%, 2.5%, or even 3% tops. They don't want to sell, but here's the twist. Many of them need to sell. Why? Job relocations, divorce, financial stress, lifestyle changes, all of these matter. I live here in this neighborhood which has great schools. Every school is a 10. Multiple elementary, multiple middle schools, multiple high schools, all 10. Very sought after neighborhood. Most kids who graduate from these schools go to Duke, Chapel Hill, or other top universities across America. Guess what? The local government, the municipality, the state knows all of this, and they want to cash in too. So what they did is they manipulated the taxes. The taxes of this area are astronomical. Normally, when a kid graduates from one of these schools and goes to college, the parents sell their homes and go buy a cheaper house in the country where taxes are lower and life is a little slower. They don't care about the schools there. But for the past 3 years, I'm watching. No one is selling nothing. No one is moving nowhere. The kids are done with schools. Many of them are off to colleges. Some have even graduated from colleges. But the parents, they're still around on there. Why? Because the parents are stuck. They don't want to give up their low rates and then buy new homes at a higher rate. No. All of this creates leverage for you. The strategy for such a scenario is subject to deals. This is where you take over the seller's existing mortgage, keeping the low interest rate. And why does it work now? Sellers don't want a new 7% loan, and you get an instant cash flow advantage. And you avoid today's high financing cost. The strategy is exploding right now because it solves real problems. It's a win-win solution because it helps both the buyer and the seller. So how do you identify such sellers? Look for sellers who have little equity. Look for sale by owner properties. Look for owners who are delinquent on their taxes. Many counties publish a delinquent taxpayers list, which lists properties with unpaid taxes. So just to show you, I googled the tax list. Well, I googled tax lien properties in Mecklenburg County. I clicked on the delinquent taxpayer list, and now you can download a 600-page PDF with all the owners and properties that are delinquent in Mecklenburg County. By the way, if you're a beginner or an investor and looking for guidance on how to start investing in real estate, feel free to book a 20-minute free call with me. Link below in the description. We can go over the numbers together and then come up with an actionable plan. You can work with an investor agent, someone like me in Charlotte, and we can find out which one of these sellers is willing to do a subject to deals. If the numbers make sense, there is your opportunity. Opportunity number 2, small multifamily mispricing. Everyone chased large apartment complexes over the past few years. Now they're struggling. But small multifamilies, the duplex, the triplex, the quads are being overlooked. That's a mistake. Why? Because they're still financed like residential homes and the demand for rentals is strong. Many are owned by tired landlords. Here's the hidden opportunity. A lot of these properties are being priced based on outdated expectations, either too high from the boom or too low due to fear. The strategy, a micro value add. Instead of major renovations, focus on the small things. Focus on raising under market rents, improving tenant quality, adding small amenities like laundry, storage, parking, fencing, lights, bicycle racks, stuff like that. You don't need 100,000 renovation. Sometimes a small 5,000 renovation will give you the same results. It can increase your income dramatically. I once had a duplex. It had a single water meter for the entire building, so for both of those units. So there was no way of passing the water bill to the tenants. All of a sudden, I noticed that the water bill has jumped up dramatically. And it wasn't just a 1-month spike, it was a trending north graph. To investigate this bill, I visited the property on a weekend. I was shocked when I saw a gigantic over-the-ground pool. I asked around, what was this about? The neighbors told me they would fill up the pool with water every day at 4 o'clock, and in the evening at sunset, they would drain out the entire water. They can't leave the water in the pool because during the next day, because of the heat, the water gets really hot. And so all the fun is lost. So drain it out. No problem. It's anyways not us. The tenants are not paying for the water, so who cares? Drain it all out. I was shocked. No wonder why the water bill was so high. Bottom line, the tenants do not care as long as someone else is footing that bill. So how do you stop this nonsense? The only way to stop this nonsense or any nonsense of any kind that's done by the tenants is by passing the water bill or any bill back to them. Make them responsible for their actions. As long as you, the investor, is footing the bill, their life is good. Once the money starts coming out of their pocket, everything becomes a gigantic issue. As a smart and savvy investor, you make sure that they pay for all the expenses that are caused by their actions, which includes the usage of water. Pass on all utility costs to them. Increase your net operating income, NOI. You are the one who's taking all the risk when you invest in real estate. You are the one who put in 20% down. You are the one who should deserve that profit. Don't let them eat your profit. You deserve that profit. Otherwise, why else are you in this business? There's no reason for you to break your head. Opportunity number 3, assumable loans. This is one of the most underutilized strategies in today's market. Some loans such as the FHA, VA and certain commercial loans are assumable. That means you can take over the seller's low interest rates. I'll let that sink in for a minute. You could be buying a property in a 7% market at a 3% rate. Neat, isn't it? The strategy here is target listings with assumable financing. Most agents don't highlight this. Heck, they don't even know about it. Most buyers don't understand it. So there is always less competition. Here's a pro tip. Search for words like assumable loans, FHA assumable, VA assumable, and then negotiate. Because the value is not just the property, it's a financing also. That's why if you're planning to invest money in real estate, go ahead and book that 20-minute free call with me. Link in the description below. We can look at the deal that you're putting together. Opportunity number 4, the midterm rentals. Everyone knows the short-term rentals like Airbnb, but midterm rentals, that's where things are getting interesting. These are rentals from 1 to 6 months. And who are the tenants? These are traveling nurses, corporate relocations, insurance people, remote workers, insurance displacement people. These are the ones that fall in the midterm rental category. So why does this work? Well, you have higher income than the long-term tenants. It's not as quick and recycling business as Airbnbs are. And then you have less regulation risk. And the strategy It should be furnished rental in strategic areas. Focus on areas near hospitals, near business hubs, near universities. That's where you'll find more of these people. You can often make about 2 times more than compared to the traditional leases that you have, yearly leases. I have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo near downtown Charlotte, and I did Airbnb for many years. But then everyone started doing Airbnbs. So my Airbnb value went down and I didn't like it. So I switched. Instead of doing Airbnbs, I started doing midterm rentals. There are so many corporate offices and hospitals near downtown Charlotte. It's a major banking hub, so there's no shortage of people who want to come in and live. I make significant cash from that home. It pays much more than the normal long-term rentals. Opportunity number 5, distressed builders. This is a big one. Builders overestimated the demand during the boom. Now they're sitting on unsold inventory, rising cost, and tight financing. That's a problem. They need to move properties, and that also fast. And the strategy? Negotiate directly with the builders. Don't go to MLS listings. Go straight to the source. Ask for price reductions, rate buy downs, closing cost credits, bulk deals. Ask for it. Ask for anything, and they'll give it to you. Sometimes the best deals are not distressed homeowners. It's these stressed out builders. As you probably know, most of North Carolina and South Carolina were large plantations before the Civil War. Cotton trade was the best business in those days. Cities like Atlanta, Augusta, Savannah, they became major railway hubs just to transport the cotton from the Carolinas to the other part of the US. There still are some smaller farms today also, but they don't do cotton no more. They do strawberries and blackberries and other fruits and vegetables. You go ahead and pick strawberries and blackberries during late spring. Since space is short near Charlotte, these builders have purchased these small farms and are now building 3-story townhomes on each one of those. And the basic ones are priced at $600,000 each townhome. Can you believe it? The cost of these townhomes? Anyways, with the interest rates so high and the economy on shaky grounds because of the war in Iran, because of the tariffs, people are not able to purchase these expensive 3-story townhomes and builders are stuck. The builder is paying a huge property tax on the land that he owns now. And as time goes on, the material and the labor is not getting any cheaper. It's getting more expensive on the other side. So right now in March 2026, the builders are extremely vulnerable. And now is the time to strike a deal with them. Opportunity number 6, the creative financing stack. So what is the biggest shift in 2026? It's the financing. Investors are not relying on just one method of financing. Instead, they are relying on a stack of financing methods. They're using multiple strategies. For example, you could combine seller financing, subject to private money, lease options, all of these together. This creates flexibility. And the strategy is hybrid deal structuring. Instead of asking, can I buy this deal? You need to ask, how do I structure this deal so that it works for everyone? That mindset shift alone will separate you from 90% of the investors. Opportunity number 7, zoning and land plays. Cities are quietly changing zoning laws. But why? Because they need more housing. This creates opportunities in ADUs, lot splits, and small scale development. Those who buy single-family home can really reap the reward of this investment strategy. Every single family home comes with a yard. Do you want to see my yard? I'll show you. This is what my yard looks like. It's huge, it's gigantic, and it's a wild jungle out there. Any yard is always a point of contention between the owner and the tenant. The tenant doesn't want to spend money in cutting the grass, killing the weeds, and it becomes a nuisance after some time. I learned this from a different investor. And you know what he did? He got rid of the yard. How do you get rid of a yard? The solution is accessory dwelling unit, ADU. He took out a HELOC loan on his house and used that money to build an ADU in the yard. Voila! Now he has 2 homes on his lot. No more yard, no more problems. And in each of the home, he has 2 tenants who are paying him rent. How cool, right? Double the rent. It's called house hacking, but it's the best strategy out there for anyone who has a single family home. Yeah, some tenants are going to complain about privacy, but that to me sounds like their problem, not my problem. As long as you can squeeze every penny out of your investment, you are golden. And the strategy, buy for future use, not for current use. When you go look for a single family house and you see a yard next to the house, you should think, oh my God, This is the place where I can put an ADU in the future. This is the place where I can double my rent. This is what I want to do in the future. And that, my investor friend, is the key where you start thinking of ways to double up your rent, increase your NOI. Property might look average today, but if the zoning laws allow 2 units in one lot, or any additional structure, the density increases and its value will explode. Most investors miss this. Most investors miss this because they only look at what is out there. They don't look for what could be out there. So if you need guidance, go ahead and book that 20-minute free call with me. Link in the description below. Opportunity number 8, the invisible deals. The best deals, my friend, they are not listed. They are not marketed. They are invisible. These come from networking, relationships, direct outreach. And the strategy would be to build a deal machine. Instead of waiting for deals, create them. Do things like reaching out to the landlords with aging portfolios. Connect with probate attorneys. Network with property managers. Talk to local agents consistently. Come talk to me. This is where serious investors live. I live in Charlotte. I breathe real estate day in and day out. In closing, you need to make sure that you have a mindset shift. Here's the harsh truth. Most people watching this video will do nothing. They'll wait for prices to go down, for the rates to go down, the perfect time. But we all know there's nothing perfect in this world. The perfect time never arrives. The perfect time is now. That's not how wealth is built. The wealth is built by acting now. Acting in uncertain markets, solving real life problems. That's where the key is. Finding overlooked opportunities. That's where, my friends, you and I come and take action. Investors in 2026 are not the one with the most money. They are the ones with the most creative mindset. If you have doubts, questions, concerns, go ahead and book that 20-minute free call with me. If you got value from this video, go ahead, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, click on the like button, because I break down real strategies that are working right now and not outdated advice. No, that's not me. And if you're serious about real estate, start looking where no one else is looking at, because that's where the money is. And I'll see you in the next video. So until next time, this is Vikram signing off. Good luck, goodbye, and go earn your freedom by using the best hidden strategies and new opportunities that's there in 2026.